All right, we're back.
We're back.
We definitely did not die.
At some point, we're gonna have a title theme and a theme song, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and restart.
It won't be that though.
I'm gonna go back to the rebel base.
Yeah, not because there was a death or anything. And definitely not because all the squad members died.
See, now
definitely not because the don't fire any bullets idea wasn't kept. Definitely one of those reasons.
I don't know if you saw that, but now I have the SMG here. So.
Oh, so you just have to die with it in your hands.
I think that's it.
I mean, or you just have to have it in your hands.
All right. So the problem there, Benjamin.
Great job.
We
control
is that we had reinforcement.
Even capture the old fire station.
So we're gonna have C4, right? I have C4 in my inventory, yes, because I didn't die, so I keep the
capture
C4.
The old fire station.
Now we're gonna stop those annoying trucks from coming through.
We're rolling.
We're gonna blow up this bridge. The way you're supposed to play this game is destroy all the secondary objectives and then
get over here.
go after the primary objectives, but we're not gonna do that. We haven't died yet though, so.
Okay.
There's another pro strat when you're starting this level. Blow this car up.
This is decent.
It's just I always get stuck in that corner because there's enemies on the other side, and then I get blown up.
Oh.
You heard me.
Okay.
See?
You got it.
So we're not gonna do all the side objectives just enough to make it easier to go through.
Well, yeah. Although I'm just so far it's all the side objectives, so I may end up doing it just to show the game, you know. Because my goal here is really to educate people on freedom fighters. And hope that the good people at IO who recently won their independence from Square Enix, and then from somewhere else.
Are they still owned by Square?
No, they're not. And they own the Hitman IP. So they can do whatever they want. I'm pretty sure they also own the Freedom Fighters IP.
Oh!
So,
IO. So there you go, IO. It's time for you to make the... It's time for you to make the sequel.
Where?
I have to ask, because you've mentioned wanting this game to have a sequel, and other people in comments have mentioned wanting it to have a sequel. Does it end with even the possibility of a sequel making sense?
Yeah. Because you can still... The entire Soviet Union is still an enemy.
Oh.
So, you know, you can... I think at the end of the game, spoilers, kick them out of the United States, or maybe you might even just only kick them out of New York City.
Oh, so it's kind of like...
which is basically the United States.
So this is basically Killzone.
Yeah. With less cover and worse graphics.
Instead of literally Russians, instead of...
Helgens or whatever?
Semi...
Helgens?
Yeah, Helgen. Semi-Soviet / Nazi thing. What are those... Did all the enemies just...
Defend. You got it. Stand your
I'm not nostalgic for a
crap
lot of...
out?
No, they're just...
All the
enemies in Aggro Range are tired.
Killzone came out in 2004. 1 year after this.
Killzone 1?
Yeah.
The PS2 one?
That was a fun game.
I've never played that. I only played the second one.
Oh.
Which I played because that demo at E3 was freaking amazing.
Yes,
that piece of propaganda.
That definitely not... Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Talking about propaganda.
I did not beat Killzone 2. I got it from Gamefly. Did I beat it? Or did I just forget about it?
What you said, the fact that you both use Stadia and use GameFly.
Well, I got
tells
Gamefly.
me that you're just a cutting edge.
I got Gamefly as like a Christmas present from Miss Tommy.
They have a subscription? It's still around.
I don't know. I stopped using Gamefly because it was annoying. Like, you would make a list of the games you wanted. It makes sense. You would make a list of the games you wanted, and then you would put them in the order that you wanted to get them. Right? Sounds easy enough. And then they would be like, okay, we got that. We got your list. We got the games you want. We will give you the games you want in the order you want them, in the order that they are available to us.
So potentially...
So you could get the game that you wanted to play, like, 20th first, because none of the first 19 games are available.
So it's like sort of the Netflix problem, or the old Netflix, where people would just hold on to DVDs and never return them
Yeah.
because there's no returning requirement.
Stand your ground.
That sucks.
But I would get to a place. There wasn't like a you have to return it after this amount of time. I don't think. So you could just hold on to the game for whoever knows.
Falling in.
And I, being me, felt guilty if I was holding on to a game for too long.
It's because you're a reasonable, good person.
I was like, I don't want. I haven't had time to play this, so I'll return it. Which is what happened the first time I tried playing Nier, the original one.
See, that game is really, you need a lot of time with that one. Much like its beloved sequel.
I'm also really happy that I didn't play Nier
And report. All of you.
until
Go, go.
the internet was more fully fledged and after I'd beaten Automata. Just
Bring it on. Everybody.
because I would have gotten frustrated and really confused.
Well,
Or I
Automata,
would have only played it one time. I'm not sure I would have done all of the repeat
exercise.
endings, especially if I had rented it.
Automata is really the refined version of that.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad I also didn't play. I feel like I would not have appreciated Nier. Like now, I really want to play it, even though you told me it's pretty janky. Nier 1.
Yeah.
Just because I want more of that, play multiple times and get the cool endings.
Gamefly shut down their streaming service in 2018, but it says the company's still around.
They sell stuff. They're a source of PlayStation 5s at some point.
Gamefly owns Moby Games?
That's why they're still in business.
Relax. Just breathe. Regroup.
That's cool.
Thank you. It's already getting better. Defend this area.
Moby is a very helpful website. Have you ever been to Moby Games?
Is that like keep track of all your stuff website?
I kind of use it. I kind of use it as what it says here, a commercial website that catalogs information on video games and the people and companies behind them.
Oh, like a wiki.
It's kind of like a wiki. You can find most games
Defend.
like just credits, any reviews and stuff, and
Take it easy.
That's good for also
images and
finding
videos that
like
were released.
composers and things too.
Huh?
Like finding composers and things too. That's probably really
Oh yeah.
like people that you wouldn't normally see on the on the Google landing page or something.
Oh, it is currently owned by Atari SA.
Abort.
Did you know there's 2 Atari games coming out?
There's Atari 50, which I saw at Day of the Devs,
Oh.
and I don't know about the other one.
There is another one. Hey, this kid is still around.
Okay.
There is.
Oh.
Oh.
I do not have time to talk to you, sir.
This way.
It's a game where you try to save. I don't know. You try to save Atari games, or you go Atari. It was a weird trailer.
Was it like a game dev story kind of game?
No, it was like a kind of like you play as a thing going into different Atari games. I think to save them.
Get back here.
Sort of like that one.
Move. Move.
I mean, there's a bunch of things, but like that one Fairly Odd Parents episode or movie where Timmy goes into TV.
Regroup. Everybody.
Did you ever watch Fairly Odd Parents?
I don't remember that.
There's a movie Timmy goes into the TV and goes into different shows.
That sounds like a cool idea for a video game. So you're like a dude and you go into like, I don't know, combat, and then you're like a tank, and then you go into like Pong and you're like a paddle.
I'm trying to remember the trailer off the top of my head. I'm just doing a terrible job.
Dude, come on. Not you, this Russian guy.
Report activity. Let's go. Let's go.
I watched way too many video game trailers yesterday and they've all just blended into my mind. Into one thing.
Abort. Go. Go. Go.
Yeah, but I've noticed you watch a lot of trailers for games.
I try to watch all of the game trailers that come up on
Regroup.
game
Everybody.
trailers and Nintendo and PlayStation
I think this is the old IO
and
logo.
Square. Huh?
Scout that
Oh, this. I think this is
Oh,
the
it's
old
IO logo?
the IO logo.
Let's go.
That's cool.
The old. They might have changed it now. This looks a little different
Pull
now.
out. Do it.
Could be remembering the wrong thing.
Stand your ground.
I think another great thing in this game. These guys are running down. Set up a little defensive position. Where's my third guy?
Yes, to answer your statement. Yes, I watch a lot of game trailers. Atari Mania.
I'm confusing it with Atari 50.
Let's see, Atari. Huh?
I'm confusing it with Atari 50. I don't remember that one.
Atari Mania is a wild journey through video game history. It's a microgame collection wrapped in
Oh,
a
is it like WarioWare?
hilarious, retro-driven narrative of exploration and surprise. Kind of, yeah.
I know there was one coming out that's like a WarioWare.
All of you.
You play as the caretaker of the Atari Vault, the storehouse of classic Atari games. Wow. It was made in
Pull
Unity.
back. Boo. That's some big shot.
Where's the other guy? Oh, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Just getting hit by the train. Nope. Oh. Alright.
So, there seems to be an outsized reaction or strength to one thing of C4.
I don't know. Whoa, that guy just got.
That was
Did you
a
see that?
scream.
Yeah, but you're usually blowing up weakened stuff, so it's not that crazy. Listen, this game is realistic, alright?
Oh, okay.
All this stuff really happened in history.
And I think I know I mentioned like jumping earlier. I think jumping is hilarious in video games because people don't really jump that often.
Definitely not.
or
Definitely not the way I
even
jump.
or even like that.
Fire station is back here. We need to get up.
Pull out. Come on.
So another thing you can do in this game, if you don't feel like killing your dudes, is just find more dudes. Pro strats, pro strats. From a freedom fighters expert.
Abort. You heard me.
Definitely if I was a speedrunner, I would speedrun this game. Not
Let's see
dying.
if there's, you know what? Let's see if there's any speedrun. What the speedrun times are. Maybe you have the record.
7 hours? Alright.
I'm gonna guess that there was maybe one speedrun for this.
And it was like a fluke.
Oh, wow.
Crew, let's go. Let's go. Moving out.
There are 7 speedruns.
Come with me. That's about time. Let's go.
What's the world record?
7 any % speedruns. The world record from 5 years ago was 21 minutes and 47 seconds. Do you think you're
Damn.
close to that?
Go, go.
Just want worth a shot. Alright, let's go. I don't remember how to get around. I guess I gotta go the long way. Going the long way.
Okay, so I look down. So what happened to the
Get back
helicopter?
here. All of you.
It's still there. That's why I'm going the long way. I think there's a way to get it if you go, you can just go under it, but I don't want to waste, I don't have any more health packs. I may have come into this too cavalier,
No.
too confident in my abilities.
Fall back. Get moving. Lead the way.
In case you're
New
wondering.
Jersey. Don't go that direction.
But that's exactly where we're going.
Don't worry. I say that as somebody who lived in New York. So it's okay.
Why do people say that about New Jersey? It seems like a perfectly nice place.
It is. It's fine. It's the suburbs basically.
Oh. That's it? There's no like,
Yeah, it's really mostly said by people from the city. The city being Manhattan, primarily, but New York City.
So it's like what they do with us in the Valley.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Well, now I have a lot of sympathy for New Jersey. Now I feel very kindred.
One of the funniest things, Tommy and I were at a restaurant that our friend was working at in New Jersey. I mean, definitely not New Jersey, in Manhattan. And this couple was sitting next to us, and this guy was definitely, and his date, who was from New Jersey, he's like, "What are you talking about? New Jersey's fine." And he just was like, "No, it's not."
Unreasonable, man. Unfair.
He's like, "No, why would anybody want to live in New Jersey?" She's like, "It's not that bad." Like,
Seize the
have you lived here?
This is
Here
where the
being
Soviets
Because
stored
New
the
York.
small arms and artillery that they unload from
Oh, the helicopter was following. Whatever, man. I hear that all the time. As a Valley person in Los Angeles, California. Even from people who like now live in Sacramento that I work with are like, "Oh, you're in the Valley." It's like, you're in Sacramento.
Yeah.
We can go all day with
What
this.
is, yeah, Sacramento?
Yeah.
Roger that.
It did not register that I blew up the helipad because I died. Not that I died, I mean the game.
I have cousins who live in Riverside who
Okay,
were just, who were just like, "Oh, there's no difference between LA and San Diego."
Yeah, except like 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Like, yeah, they're just the same place.
In law school, there were a lot of people who were trying to be like, "I'm from LA. What part of LA are you from? Anaheim?" Assuming that I was like a local, and I would just be like, "Cool, man."
Defend. Let's go. Simplify.
That's hilarious.
It's just funny. People want to smack talk LA, but man, those people really wanted to they wanted to say I'm from there. Because they could easily say Orange County. People know what that is. There was a TV show about Orange County.
Well, when we were just in Hawaii, and there was this, what do you call it? There was this woman who was
Defend here.
selling something, I forgot what it was,
This area.
and her name tag said that she was from Malibu. And she's like, "Oh, we're from LA." And she's like, "Oh, where?" I said, "The Valley." And she said, "Oh, I'm actually from Thousand Oaks."
They are pretty close.
It was like, yeah, it was like
Sort of.
She's like, "Actually, it's from Thousand Oaks," and then she's like, "Well, actually, I'm more from Newbury Park."
Well, no, okay, now we're across the mountain.
But she's like, "Well, I say Thousand Oaks because that's more reasonable."
Really, I'm from
People more likely to know where that
Sacramento.
is. Like, okay.
Let's just keep going north.
Defend
Funny.
here.
People need to just be proud of where they're from. Thousand
Yeah.
Oaks is a fine city. Thousand Oaks has not one but two pretty good Warhammer 40k shops,
Oh.
and also the closest ones to us.
Scout that area. Do it.
I say this because Ben is a big Warhammer fan.
Yep. Can't get
He
enough
loves
of them. Yeah.
Tau Empire is your favorite faction.
Yeah, that's my
You
favorite
can't
faction.
Stop talking about them.
It's definitely not the anarchist.
Adeptus Mechanicus.
The Deathus
Yeah.
Mechanicus.
The Admech.
The Admin. Yeah.
That's because you hate Belisar's Call, right? You're not a big fan of his.
Stand
Yeah.
your ground.
I think I heard that it was another Adeptus. Am I wrong?
There's Adeptus Sororitas,
Yeah.
and there's I think that's it.
Adeptus Custodes.
Adeptus Custodes, of course.
Custodes.
Custodes.
Yeah. That's my favorite one.
Ah, so you're a fan of the Emperor's Guard, I see.
Is that
You've always said that.
what they are? Oh, they're mankind. Fuck them.
They're like, they guard, like, the Emperor's throne. You know this, you're a big fan.
True. Yes, big fan.
Defend here. Defend this
Let's
area.
just go up there. Where's the third dude? God, one... Without fail, one guy just, like, falls through the world, and then it tells me that he's dead, and I can't find him anywhere. He's lost both
It seems like a game that
times.
would be where it would be helpful to have a mini map for your squad mates.
Yeah, well, you have this. It tells you where they are, but...
Oh, is that? Oh, bring it back up. Is that red spot where he should be?
Yeah, but sometimes I go there, like, This happened in the last map too, where you go there and then it's like, well, they're just gone. They clipped to the world, and they're registered as dead.
It's super friendly.
Pull out! You heard me!
This is a very fun part of this mission.
Okay, so as someone who can't get enough Warhammer, what is better, Warhammer or Shadowrun?
Oh, I don't know. I like Shadowrun a lot. I never played the Super Nintendo Shadowrun, but I am currently playing Dragonfall, which is a very good game. Why? Why are you standing there?
Stand your ground!
Stand your ground, that's why.
Alright, cool.
The reason they're standing there is because I didn't know if they were supposed to follow your orders or the bosses.
It's because I barely clipped through that. Okay, so they're gonna stand there and they're gonna fight, and what we're gonna do
Oh, I like
flank
this. Alright.
It's the Russian boogie.
Oh, you're going around?
We're gonna do what's called a flanking maneuver.
Whoa.
It was an old guy. Get over here too.
Here, take this.
Here, take this.
He's gonna tell me something stupid.
Oh, don't die. Don't die!
Don't worry. It's impossible.
Possible?
It's never happened before.
Defend here! Defend! Everybody!
No, they're too busy. Now they're in. Well, one of them is in.
So how do you destroy that thing again?
I know what?
How do you destroy that thing again? The truck thing? Or
Oh,
the...
I already did. You blew up the bridge on the other map.
Oh, right. That was the, But did it count because you didn't die?
I don't know. I haven't died, so I don't know.
Good point. Headshot. You should do a 360 no scope.
Oh, it's so easy because the mouse is so freaking jittery. Alright. Tested the fall damage for you.
Yeah, that was actually, I would say, a reasonable amount of fall damage. They definitely
Come on,
rolled
stupid
d6
chicken.
for a 10 foot of fall distance. For 10 feet of fall distance. Was it? Wow, they're using a movie theater. Maybe? Radio City Concert Hall? That's not the front of Radio, or it's not the side.
What are you talking about?
That building right in front of you?
This is exactly exactly what it looks like. Don't die. Come on, serpentine, serpentine. Look at that. Look at that.
Have you seen that movie, The In-Laws?
No, I'm not.
Oh. That's really funny then. Because in the original, that's something that gets said.
Serpentine?
Well, like serpentesses is how to avoid or getting hit by bullets.
Yeah. I don't know where I heard that, but I heard it somewhere.
What are your dudes?
They're all.
Oh, they're all dead. There's one.
Fine.
There's
Take
two.
it easy.
But he's gonna be fine. You just need to take it easy.
Stand your ground. Go, go, go. I've got this position.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Infinite ammo turrets. You gotta love them.
In video games of our generation, there are a lot of turret sections in games. People tend to hate turret sections.
That's funny. In Indie Mouse videos, not sponsored, like he references that every single time he plays a game from the early 2000s.
Yeah.
He's like, it's early 2000s game, turret section.
Yeah, I don't know who decided that that was the way to break the pace, but it caught on.
I kind of love the JPEGs floating on the screen for the bullets.
Okay. I don't know where the other guy is. See, it tells me that he's supposed to be right in front of me, right here. Where
Yeah,
is
he's
he?
right there.
Oh, he's right there. Look at that.
Is there a reason you keep on stepping on top of things to
Sometimes you can't pick up the you can't pick up the ammunition, so you have to.
you have to walk, you
Do
have to
that,
hop up
yeah.
and walk through it?
Take this.
It's all part of the high-level strategies.
Oh, here, there's the guy.
Fall back, all of you.
All right, let's go.
Abort,
Let's go. Let's
squad,
go.
Pull out. Get moving. Falling in, sir. Eliminate target.
Abort squad, get out, get moving.
Regroup.
Maybe
Fall
just like-
back. Regroup. Get back here. Abort. Get back.
I mean, I can just do this all day.
Pull out. Regroup. Fall back.
Just like Captain America.
Pull out. Let's go. Let's go. Defend this area.
They just literally dropped all of them on the same spot. Defend this area.
Yeah, I can just do this.
Defend. Everybody. No one will get by.
That always stuck with me. Defend everybody. It's like, oh, they're playing two sound files, but they're just so like disjointed. Okay. Ooh, nice.
There was, I forget, we did a couple of them, but watching a speedrun a while ago, and they're like, the game has set it up so weird so that sound files or dialogue is required in order for the game to progress. But
Or like
if
as
you-
a trigger or whatever.
yeah, but the sound file just has to start. And if you pause the game, it doesn't want to play the sound file over the pause menu, so it stops it.
Abort.
And then it
Come
just
on.
stops playing the audio. So it goes right over to wherever the next line is.
So you can just like pause, skip.
Yeah, you can just pause skip all the dialogue.
Report any activity. You heard me.
You can find little pockets of
Get
dudes.
back here, squad. Defend here, everybody. I'll stay low.
And this is effectively a checkpoint.
It's good. We could use a checkpoint.
And the jams are about to kick in.
Oh, now it's
Am I
literally-
sure I want to make a quick save?
Now it is literally a checkpoint.
So once again, we have a choice to go the hard way or the easy way.
We're gonna do it the hard way, right?
We're gonna do the easy way.
Oh. I thought we were good at video games.
So did I. It's been a while. So again, very, the simplified Deus Ex. Let's just make a really obvious.
When was the last time you played this game?
This game?
Uh-huh.
All the way through?
Yeah.
2016 maybe?
Oh.
On a completely legal, in a completely legal way. Because it wasn't available on Steam until like a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, so you were just playing it on like a PS2?
Yeah, on my PS2 that I've had for my whole life.
Yeah.
Fall back, come on.
Yeah, of course.
Because that's the only way to play games.
Search over there. Do it.
Search
Alright,
over there.
go.
Do it.
Go across the way, draw their fire, you immortal dudes.
Regroup. Team, moving out.
Is this a high school? I already forgot.
This reminds me, I know it shouldn't, but this reminds me of Anne Orlando.
Oh, because of the rafters? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we got a Dark Souls in.
Recon. Go, go, go.
Now, if
I'm
Dark
sorry, I
Souls
spent
was...
way too much time simping on Dark Souls.
On and report.
That's pretty much what gamers our age do, man.
I actually learned something about, I'll tell you afterwards, but
You heard me.
I guess I could tell you here. About Dark Souls. So when Dark Souls came out,
Stand your ground.
I played about an hour of it maybe, and then I just stopped for a couple of years.
It's pretty hard.
That wasn't actually what it was that got to me.
We should preface this by saying you're the first one in our group that found Demon Souls and told us all to play Demon Souls.
True.
So you had cred going into this. Anyway, go ahead.
So the reason I stopped, and I didn't really, like, I was just really overwhelmed by, one of the things I loved about Demon Souls was that you had the different, what do you call it? The
hub?
The hub. And you could just choose where to go to in the hub. And that was easy for me to wrap my head around. And I just hated having all the different places that you could go to at the very beginning of Dark Souls. I guess not like a million, but yeah, being able to go to...
Yeah, there's like a few. You could make mistakes and go to the graveyard by accident or whatever.
Definitely went to the graveyard first. And I think I was just overwhelmed with the number of places you could choose to go right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wanted my options limited. So it took me a while to get to coming around to beating Dark Souls.
I can understand that. I've developed a real fondness, especially in my older age, for a small open world, like a Yakuza or something, where it's like there's a lot to do, but I mean there's a lot in it, and it's detailed and interesting, but really there's only like 5 things you can do. Coincidentally, all mini games in that game.
Yeah, especially what I really loved about Mankind Divided.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, another great small open world.
It's just it's really small, but it also feels so filled out because of every single shop you can go into, and every single place that you can go into has a second floor that you can also go into.
Yeah, and a lot of levels wrap around themselves, and maybe we should have played the original Deus Ex.
Get over here.
We will. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Move out. Me. This'll fix you up. This way.
This way.
Enemy fire. There are a few good ones left.
Remember the Pro Gamer's Trap?
Oh yeah. Shoot your dude in the freaking head. That programmer's strat.
That's so that they learn how to dodge the bullets.
You can dodge it, you can dodge it all.
Go, go, go.
Another cool thing that happens. Well, I won't spoil it. Never mind.
That is some. I know we've been seeing it, but that is a creepy freaking face. On. That is horrifying. She doesn't. That looks like somebody just took a picture of her and then drew a separate mouth.
A massive separate
Regroup,
mouth.
all of you. Move in.
Yeah. And then there's a random picture of Lennon.
Fall back. Move.
Well, it's, it's communist. We gotta have a little. Alright, stay here.
Squad.
Idiots.
Position is ordered.
Do not move. See, look, there's a perfectly good gun turret right here. Just use the turret.
Let's see. Best turret section in a video game.
Gears of War 2.
Gears of War 2.
Gears of War 2 has that part where you're on that, like, digger thing. I forget what they have a name for it.
Yeah.
That's... And it's not...
Is that the one, where like they interrupt it occasionally with you having to shoot?
Yeah, it's not exactly a turret. I guess traditionally you mean like a one where you're stuck the whole time in the turret mode.
No, I guess that works. The interrupting it. That makes sense. Yeah, but you know what? Yes, let's say you gave the wrong answer. You're stuck. I'm trying to think of a turret section that I really loved. I really liked the turret sections in that. Weirdly, they weren't great in Jak 3.
I don't remember them that well.
They weren't.
Defend here.
They weren't amazing, but they were just kind of colorful. It was mostly like shooting. Well, for most of them, it was just shooting colorful objects out of the sky.
It's not exactly a turret section. Remember Jak 1 had that, like, fishing minigame?
Yes.
Where you have, like, the net?
Yes. I hated that
I hated it too.
because I felt like it should have been. So it makes no sense. I felt like it should have been more complicated than it was. It doesn't matter how many times I played the first Jak game. Every single time, the first time I play the fishing minigame, I lose. Because I'm like, I want something else to happen.
Here, take it easy.
Did you like the first Jak game?
It was okay. Honestly, I played Jak 2 before I played Jak 1.
It's the right answer. Like Jak 1 in a Mario world was whatever, but Jak 2 for me was like such a great game. It was probably the switch to like the GTA style that got me into it.
It was also, did you know that Jak 1, when it came out, I forgot who it was at Sony, said that Jak 1 had pushed the PlayStation 2 further than any other, or the console's capabilities, further than any other game at the time.
I believe that. It's
Because
pretty colorful.
There are also no load screens.
Get back
Yeah.
here. Get moving. I'm behind you.
They're like, that game, the first Jak game, used maybe 40% of the console's ability. Yeah, I love they were very creative with the load screens.
It did that thing. I mean, whatever. It's Naughty Dog, right? They go on to make
Defend here. Do it.
all kinds of visual masterpieces.
I definitely loved
It's all instinct.
Jak 2 more. I really loved flying around in Jak 2.
I love the skateboarding thing. Jak 2 was like didn't have
Yeah.
racing, and you had like the skate park,
Mm-hmm.
and there was like all kinds of stuff in that game that like they don't make it like that anymore.
Tons of side quests.
Once you Yakuza.
Abort, everybody.
A shooting gallery
What
with
was
that.
his name? Core?
Yeah, the big fat dude.
Yeah.
The Jabba the Hutt dude.
Yeah. I loved hating him. Yeah, they don't really make games like that where you just like you know who generally, except for maybe the big bad, you know who all the good guys and the bad guys are from the get-go.
Yeah.
But it's still well written, so you don't care that you know all
That
this
game
stuff.
does have a twist. I don't know if you remember.
It does have a twist. I said for the most part.
Maybe we should play it and
Ooh, I would love to play it.
educate the audience.
I would love to play either of them, being Jak 2 or 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I have all three of them on the PlayStation, and I bought Jak 1 first. I'm like, I'm gonna do it in order, and then I'm like, you know what? Who are we kidding?
Yeah.
Let's just jump to 2.
I play whenever I play them nowadays, I will play through 1 first, usually, but
1 has I like, speaking of sections that are not the regular game.
Yes, sir. I'm ready. Fall back. Get
Those
moving.
like jets when you go to different, you have to get the power orbs to like
Yeah.
power up the thing. I like that little vehicle.
I love the way, I guess, that they kept certain things from Jak 2, I mean Jak 1, in the next couple of games,
Come on.
like the colored powers that you have in Jak 1 all relate to different gun types in
Yeah.
Jak 2.
That sort of mimic the power.
Yeah. And that
Defend this area. Stand
Jak
your ground.
1 establishes Jak's weird ability to just absorb. And they make it. I think they talk about it being weird, but his ability to absorb eco power.
Hmm.
So it's like, oh, okay, so it makes sense that there would be the dark eco thing. And for some reason he would be okay with it. Oh, you got another guy.
Dark Jak. Yeah, I got 4 now. We're unstoppable, baby.
Also, totally not canon. I like to imagine Gomal and Maya from the first game as being the blue wizards that just disappeared from Tolkien.
That is so random. Where is that connection coming from?
I have no idea. There's 2 of them. They're blue. or not. They could be purple.
They're magical.
They're magical.
Regroup. You heard me.
They have mysterious powers.
What happens to them? I know they at the end of the first game they like go back in time. Now we're just spoiling the shit out of Jak. Spoilers for all the Jak games.
I don't remember.
But do they show up in 2?
I don't think so. No.
Isn't
No,
one
they're
of
just
them- isn't one of
gone.
them a
You
racer?
beat them in one, and then they're just gone.
Maybe they lose, but then that's how Jak gets sucked into the like
Yeah, into the vortex.
into the future.
No.
Or they just
Wait, no. You drive. Yes, maybe.
well, that's clearly what they're building. They're building that time machine or whatever.
I mean, it definitely sounds like this is a game that needs to be replayed,
Yes,
or
absolutely.
a series that needs to be replayed.
Oh boy.
Daxter was okay. I didn't beat it because I just.
Oh, the PSP, that PSP game.
Yeah.
I never played it.
It was okay. The PSP controls I found were.
I'm not dead. What are you talking about? Okay, you have a
Jak and
shotgun.
Daxter.
Yeah. Lock and load.
I only played Jak 3 once.
It is strange to me that nobody really seems to be aware exactly of who owns the Jak
Let's move.
games.
All of you.
It's not Sony.
It's just publisher,
Report. Roger.
but
But they own Naughty Dog, don't they?
well, Naughty Dog was the developer from 2001 to 2005, and then it was Ready at Dawn, and then High Impact Games, and then Mass Media Games, and then
For
2013,
who did the racing one?
Defend this area.
Jak X Combat Racing.
Yeah, another one I haven't played.
I haven't played that either. 2005. That was. I'm gonna guess that was Ready at Dawn. That was Ready at Dawn, or actually,
Oh, and there was also that other one.
no, that was Naughty Dog.
There was also that other one, the airship one.
The Lost Frontier.
Yeah,
Let's go. Let's go.
I wanted to play that game, but I never got around to it. I think it was PS3 and
PSP.
Yeah, and I think it came out on PS2 or PS3.
Yeah, it's just PS2.
Yeah.
Move it. Do it.
You're smart with all this stuff.
I
Remember
just
that
love-
Jak game that they showed it like some concept art for that was going to be freaking awesome, and then they didn't do anything with it?
Was it like a PS3 one?
I think it was a PS3 one. Yeah.
I probably blocked it out of my mind because I don't want to get hurt again.
Regroup. Team.
Yeah, to me, Jak 3 is like one of those games that I've described this before, the sensation of like games where anything can happen.
This area.
And I think Jak 3 was one of those games that I felt like, oh, this game is like amazing. This game is like, you know, a wonderful sandbox. Even though it was probably more limited than a lot of the games. Maybe not a lot of Naughty Dog games, but a lot of other games at the time, including this game that we're playing right now. But
No, so go ahead.
I don't remember what I was going to say. I would love to replay that game.
My favorite thing in Jak 2 was just the look of Light Jak.
Fall back. Get moved.
When
You like that little goatee?
I just love my favorite. Yeah, my favorite thing. I would just sit around, not even doing anything, and just do the stop time
Everybody.
clap
Uh-huh.
because that was freaking awesome. And then taking out the
And his spin
the
move was
Light Jak
cool.
wings
Yeah.
because that was just walking around. I love
Regroup.
the way he stopped time was just he just clapped.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. All the guns were cool. Like with like the red was a shotgun, the power one, the speed
Yeah.
gun. Then you had the like big old assault rifle. That was
Abort. All of you. Yes, sir. Falling in.
a hell of a game.
Search over there. Team. I'll report back in a second.
Oh yeah, this is absolutely gonna be stuck in my head for many weeks.
Many weeks.
But we're doing the right thing. We're letting the squad do all the work.
Destroy. Eliminate. Oh. Hey. We've got company. Find that. Scout that area. Move. Move. Move.
All right.
You're in a fire station. Did you know that? Did you know you were in a fire station?
Well, it is New York. What is New York if not firefighters?
I was going to say about a series of post offices,
Well, there's only one
police
post office.
departments, and fire stations.
I believe we are in Brooklyn right now, according to this, right?
Is this? This doesn't look like Brooklyn.
Well, this is 2003 Brooklyn. Very different.
Hmm.
Very Soviet. Perfect.
Guy, just stop taking bullets. You just die.
Yeah, I love with it. Like they like double over when they take a bullet. Like they can take every single bullet you throw at them.
Get back here. Come on.
Oh,
moving
someone's
out.
dead.
Get back here. Come on, get out. Why do any of your allies like taking the turret?
Relax. Just
Well, they only take it if you tell them to
get back
defend.
here. Let's go. Let's go.
Defend. We're done trolling. We did it. Brr, brr, brr.
Look at that. Saving New York one flag at a time.
That's it for in a New York minute.
Oh yeah.
We're speedrunning this game.
Rioting reported in Atlanta, Los Angeles,
Good evening. This is Tatiana
and
Kempinski
Chicago.
at SAFN Studios in New York. Autumn is definitely here. There's a chill in the air, but the citizens of New York are
It's spooky season.
thanks to the many Soviet engineers working overtime to repair the many power stations that were damaged during the recent rash of rebel attacks.
The Freedom Phantom. That's it. Oh my god.
Many surprise attacks on central installations
The for Phantom.
was thought to be responsible. Earlier today, Comrade General Tatarin had this comment.
All that this Freedom Phantom character and his
This
rabid
is
followers
Freedom
are really
Phantom.
achieving is
His name is
punishing
Chris.
the citizens of New
Was it
York.
Doyle? What was his last name?
Craig McCraig.
They really
That's right.
Craig
Sorry.
McGreg.
the
Sorry.
sake of the people. We simply cannot get the food and the power situation under control until we can guarantee the safety of the hard work.
See, this is incredibly unrealistic because what they would actually say is everything is perfect and you guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Colonel Balva says that the situation will only get under control once the Phantom is found and eliminated. And if this doesn't happen soon, severe measures will be taken against any collaborators.
This is freaking traitor.
Yeah, who the fuck is this?
Staffer.
We hope to resolve this in
I'd like to tell you this is unrealistic.
without further collateral damage. We are here to restore stability, not disrupt it. No further questions, please. Spasibo.
You know, you're supposed to say
Back after a short
Colonel Bulwa and I will be having a discussion after this. And then
Get our
Colonel
base.
Bulwa comes out
Hey, look.
and says, I was mistaken. Whoa!
So now it's like autumn, right? Autumn is here. He has a little
Change
sweater
your
on.
hairstyle, man.
His hair's a little longer. We got more guns.
Didn't have any more time to be spiking your hair, huh? Wow. Do you get to go over to the other sides or no?
No, this is for show. This is kind of a perfect sewer.
Oh wow! Look, it's a bigger.
And now look, it's nostalgic for hotel art.
beats me. He sure is connected though. We'd be nowhere without him.
I like how the
What did he do?
tarp thing is now wider.
I don't know. Probably worked
Yeah.
on Wall Street or something. I think Chris and him go way back.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, they're talking about the other guy.
Soviet stronghold.
Pay attention to that guy. I'll say
Stirred
this.
them up this time. They've added plenty of reinforcements.
Mm-hmm.
We'll need to start operating at night, so stick to the shadows and avoid their floodlights. There are 3 areas to deal with
A
here.
stealth mission.
Soviets are unloading BTRs at the docks. That'll be our first target.
See, here,
Next,
going off of our audio log
some
conversation.
fighters. Bring down
See,
the
I want to know what you have to
We
say.
need to choke off reinforcements and equipment being transported from warehouses out to the surround. Take out the power station on the Manhattan side of the water. Power lines run parallel with the bridge and secure the movie theater. Soviets are using it to temporarily house prisoners before sending them to Alaskan labor camps.
Okay.
Are they gonna give me? Do I just have C4 now? Okay, I just have C4.
Oh, cool.
I don't need to go get some anymore.
So I want to do this mission next time on such and such and such and such?
On No Tech, bro.
On No Tech.
We're gonna take over...
On NTD.
We're gonna take over Manhattan again.
No Tech Diff.